What if true power isn't about shouting louder or pushing harder, but about calm, steady control from within? Welcome to the Modern Stoic. Today we'll uncover how real strength quietly emerges from presence, clarity, and inner mastery. This is strength built not on aggression or noise, but on awareness and mental discipline. If you're ready to sharpen your mind, move with purpose, and become truly formidable without losing your calm, this video is for you. Let's get started. Step 1. Stillness before strategy. Our culture glorifies speed. Move fast, talk fast, never stop. We're told that if we pause or hesitate, we're falling behind. So we rush through our days, filling every moment with distractions and busy work. But what if the power you seek doesn't come from rushing faster, but from learning to be still? Stillness isn't about laziness or escaping life. It's a focused, intentional pause. A space where your mind clears, your judgment sharpens, and you begin to see the world with fresh eyes. The quietest people in any room often hold the greatest power, not because they have nothing to say, but because they've mastered the pause. They've trained themselves not to react impulsively, but to respond with awareness. The Stoics called this freedom from emotional turmoil, apatheia. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength comes not from reacting to every storm in life, but choosing your response after the chaos inside you settles. And yes, there is always a storm. Racing thoughts, mounting stress, the urge to act before thinking, all of these create mental noise. You've probably felt it. Those moments when your emotions take control and your mouth speaks before your mind catches up. Carl Jung said it well. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. Stillness is your gateway, not an escape, but a doorway to clarity and control. You don't have to retreat to a mountain or spend hours meditating. Just 5 minutes. Sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and observe your thoughts without judgment. That simple practice calms your nervous system, slows your racing mind, and brings clarity. Think about leaders who exude calm authority. Their presence comes from this habit of silence before action. Epictetus advised, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Embrace the pause even if it feels uncomfortable. That's where wisdom begins. Step 2. Respond, don't react. We've all had moments we regret, when we spoke without thinking, then replayed it over and over, wondering why we didn't pause first. That quick response isn't instinct, it's a conditioned pattern. Your brain runs on autopilot, reacting to stress and frustration without awareness. Most of us jump from one trigger to another without space or thought. A bad message, stressful news, someone cutting us off in traffic. This endless chain of reactions feels normal, but normal doesn't mean effective. Fast reactions without reflection are just chaos dressed as efficiency. The Stoics warned us centuries ago, the real challenge isn't the outside world, but the turmoil inside. Seneca said, "A man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." We often react not to reality, but to imagined threats, fears, and judgments. The solution isn't shutting down emotions or avoiding life, it's awareness. Being fully present and noticing the stories you tell yourself before they take hold. Awareness means catching tension before it erupts, feeling anger rise and deciding, not this time. Imagine your mind as a lake. When it's constantly disturbed by every irritation, it stays murky. But when you stop stirring the water with constant reaction, it settles, and you can see clearly. Carl Jung reminded us, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Awareness brings unconscious patterns into the light, giving you choice and freedom. Mental discipline starts here, not by suppressing feelings, but by slowing your response. It's not weakness to pause, it's quiet strength that knows who's in charge. Next time you feel triggered, pause. Count to 3. Don't rush to fill the silence. Let the emotion arise, but watch it without riding it blindly. This pause rewires your brain and builds a new path, one of control, presence, and ownership. Epictetus said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Choose your response. That's real mastery. Step 3. Observation is a skill, not a trait. Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and instantly sense the atmosphere? They pick up on subtle cues, a forced smile, a shift in posture, avoided eye contact, without anyone saying a word. This isn't magic or just instinct. It's a skill cultivated through attentive observation. In today's noisy, fast-paced world, most people never learn to truly observe. They live in reaction mode, constantly responding to notifications, demands, and emotions without depth. But real observation is different. It's slowing down, tuning in, and seeing beneath the surface. The Stoics believe clarity must come before action. Epictetus said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." Stress isn't usually caused by events themselves, but by how we interpret them. That's where deep observation transforms you. It doesn't fix the world, but sharpens your perspective. Observation isn't passive. It requires active listening, careful watching, and ongoing attention. It's like tuning into a quiet signal amid the noise. When you practice this, you notice the slight hesitation in someone's response, the shift in energy in a room, or when your own mood begins to close off or tighten. These details aren't trivial. They're valuable data. True observation begins with others but becomes most powerful when you turn it inward. Ask yourself, why do I feel drained after that conversation? Why do I tense up when a certain person arrives? These signals come from your nervous system and reveal patterns that can be changed. Carl Jung's words resonate here. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Most people live unaware of their hidden beliefs and habits. But once you see these patterns clearly, you can't unseen them. This awareness shifts how you move through life. Beware the trap of judgment. Real awareness doesn't rush to label things as good or bad. It waits patiently, holding space for uncertainty until the full picture emerges. That's where real power lies. You don't need hours of meditation or a radical lifestyle change. Start small, speak less, observe more. Notice how people react to your energy, how your mood shifts, how the room changes when someone enters. These small daily practices build a presence that most never develop. Presence is clarity. It's seeing and feeling beyond assumptions. And as your observation grows, so does your ability to anticipate and understand life before it unfolds. That's not overthinking. That's mastery. The Stoics weren't just thinkers. They were watchers, calm, steady, and unshaken. Not because the world was easy, but because they trained themselves to see clearly before acting. Step 4. The breath is your anchor. Why do athletes, monks, and soldiers all train their breath? Because breath is the simplest, most powerful tool to control your inner state. It connects your mind and body, chaos and calm. Breathing happens automatically, but you can also choose how to breathe. Slow, deep, intentional breaths calm your nervous system and signal your brain that it's safe. This lowers stress hormones, slows your heart rate, relaxes muscles, and sharpens your focus. Think back to your last moment of overwhelm or anxiety. What was your breathing like? Probably shallow and fast. That's your body's fight or flight response. Here's the key insight. If your body can drag your mind into chaos, it can also lead you back to calm. This isn't just philosophy, it's biology. When you slow your breath, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for rest and recovery. Try this now. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, then exhale gently for 6. No tech, no apps, just breath and attention. This practice resets your nervous system and anchors you in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere can you go is more peaceful than your own soul." But you can't find that peace with a breath stuck in your chest. Breath is your first and most accessible tool for mental discipline and calm. Use it often. Let it be your shield in the storm. Step 5. Letting go isn't weakness, it's precision. There's a constant voice in your head, doubting, replaying, predicting worst cases. Most people believe this voice is their true self, but it's not. It's a tangled mix of old fears, cultural noise, and conditioned thoughts you never consciously chose. Carl Jung said, "People don't have ideas. Ideas have people." Unexamined thoughts hijack your choices and shape your identity without your awareness. Stoicism teaches us to observe thoughts without attachment. The first reaction may be automatic, but what you do next is your power. The space between stimulus and response is where freedom lives. Imagine standing outside a storm, watching it pass instead of being soaked inside it. Detachment isn't coldness, it's presence. When your mind says, "I'm not ready," ask yourself, is this fear or fact? That tiny pause breaks years-old mental loops. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." You get to choose which thoughts you let color your life. This isn't ignoring your mind, it's guiding it with quiet authority, like a parent calmly watching a child's tantrum without joining in. Letting go of destructive thoughts isn't weakness, it's precise control over your inner world. The more you practice, the more peaceful you become, even when the world outside rages. Stillness sharpens you, awareness protects you, discipline frees you. In a noisy world, your greatest power is your ability to return to yourself, calm, present, and unshaken. If you're ready to go deeper, check out the videos on your screen. Thank you for walking this path with the Modern Stoic. The journey is quiet, but those who walk it return stronger every time.